Yo, what's up guys? Just want to make a video about the new Moon Battleground GM and a build that I discovered earlier last week that has some serious potential, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'll try to give a brief summary of the build that I'll be running. Obviously I'm running Strand Titan with Rally Barricade. Rally Barricade is really good. Even though the Scorn snipers in this GM can one-hit you and just give you that nice, clean buzz cut, I still recommend it, simply because you can peek shoot. Now, I'm personally running shackle grenades simply because I can, keep those unstops from, stomping or anything, but grapple grenade is also an incredible option with 1-2 punch builds. I feel like my aspects are kind of no-brainer picks, so I'm going to move on to the fragments. My first fragment is transmutation. It's going to pair really well with another fragment I'm about to show you, but before I do, I'm going to show you my second fragment. Generation essentially nullifies my need to spec in a discipline simply because I'll be dealing a lot of damage in GMs. Fury is going to pair really well with transmutation simply because of the tangles. In fact, all of my aspects really tie well together. And the last fragment that brings the build all together is warding, and warding is going to give me that almost infinite uptime of woven mail, especially if my fire team is going to be pooping out a lot of orbs throughout the GM. Now, this is down to personal preference, but you could run either a fusion for unstops or a 1-2 punch shoddy. It's all in your preference at the end of the day. I personally run Burden over Riptide simply because it hits harder, and I like to feel like a beast in a GM. My next weapon of choice is the Bonafide Pea Shooter, also known as the Come to Pass. This thing sucks. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat it. The only reason why I'm running it is because it can have shoot to loot and adaptive munitions, which adaptive munitions are really good against anti-barrier. And the last weapon that should take center stage is the Lament. And I've never run Lament in a GM before, and so I just wanted to show the potential of this and the fact that you can run it successfully and have efficient clears and actually find this GM farm worthy. Honestly, I know a lot of people hate the beginning of it, and I wanted to show that it doesn't have to be that way, honestly. Besides choice of weapons, the only thing I strongly advise to anybody that asks is the mods that you run on your class item, and I personally run 2 stacks of powerful attraction simply because you don't want to chase down orbs in a GM. It's kind of stupid, and it's better to just pop your class ability to get them, especially if your teammates are running anything that can create orbs quickly. And I usually run 1 stack of proximity ward simply because you can survive an unstop stomp with it. It gives you such a beefy overshield. Taking a peek at a pretty noteworthy run I had recently, Mytho and I were both running Lament while Hojin was running Tractor Cannon, and this was technically a sub 11-minute run. I know that the GMs run longer after the end screen, but yeah, it was a very successful run. Alright, I hope that was enough chatter. Alright, let's actually get into this.